I had a question, and it comes back to what we were talking about yesterday, where the chains that they use within this bill that they've given us is our emotional connection. How how can we it's the idea of service and caring for another that we see is struggling or in pain or is becoming incapable of caring for themselves. And I know you said that spirit is the one that steps in and does all of that, but I'm still having a hard time figuring that out, where if I need to only engage when I feel joy and love and not obligation. And yet I have a mother who's aging and becoming less capable of doing things for herself. How do I navigate that?
Have you thought about the options that you have? Have you analyzed the options that you have to interact with your mother? Or you already determined that you have to interact with your mother in a specific way? For example, do you feel that you are the one that have to take care of your mother? Or if you have siblings, have you talked to them and say how we are going to take care of our mother? Because that's your option. Do you feel that you have to spend the time with her, or maybe you are considering, if you can afford, that you can pay someone to go and take care of some issues that your mom is going through? So that's what we mean about, are you considering the options that you have? Have you thought about your own freedom and how you will define yourself as a daughter or as a son to take care of parents if you feel that out of love you want to take care of them?
So yes, I've thought of those options. Some of them have been closed off to me, it feels like, because my siblings have told me flat out that they don't want to have anything to do with the care. And I think that comes to the bigger care, when she truly is
Let us ask a question.
Yeah.
When they say we are not going to do it, are you considering that you can say the same thing? Is that in your understanding of your freedom?
It is. I just have no idea how to emotionally do that.
But you know that that is your option, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now is your emotions is what are not letting you consider that option.
Yes.
Why?
What keeps coming back to me is my idea of love and how you love others. And you show love
When you
by
are taking care of your mother, are you in a loving mood?
most of the time, no.
Okay, then it's not love.
Yeah.
It's an obligation.
Yeah.
So even if you take care of your mother, you are not in a loving space. Your soul is not aligned with helping your mother in the way that right now you are helping her. Or you think of this box that you put yourself in, that you have to do it. That's not the way. There is an emotion there that is making you do something. We will say more than emotion, a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
There is a feeling in you, because with emotions, we talked about what emotion is. Feeling is something that your ego makes you feel. Emotion is something that your body resonates with, that feels truth in yourself. Feeling is something more like determined by ego. So where is your ego playing you here? For you to feel that now you have to take that bill from your mom or from any member of your family. An aunt can also extend the bill. It's less heavy. Let's think a little bit cheaper. But still, if she took care of you, if she spent time with you, she can send you a bill. A grandpa can do that. If he did something for you and he needs you, he can extend the bill. So, but think of your feelings. What is your ego telling you? What happens if you do not do what your ego is telling you to do? Let's put it this way. Your mom asks you to go to the market with her because she needs apples. Your ego will tell you, you have to go. To be a good person, a good daughter. What happens if you say no? I won't do it. What is the next sentence that you'll have from your ego?
Yeah, I have, this is a really big one for me. The example you just gave, I've been able to do that. I've started to say no to those things. It's the care of an ailing person that I'm having a hard time with. So she had back surgery and no one was there for her when she came home and needed help. So I stepped in, but I was counting the moments until I could go back home. So
how about, could you afford paying somebody else to do that?
I guess we could have afforded that. I don't know if.
Why you didn't then? If you did not want to go there and you couldn't afford somebody else doing it.
Oh, it feels so callous. It feels so callous.
So when it feels that way, how you define yourself?
As a loving daughter.
And what happened if you did not take care of your mom in that way? How would you define yourself?
Yeah, I would feel like a bad person.
A bad person.
Yeah.
So when you are not there for others, when you are not putting yourself and sacrifice yourself, you are a bad person. What do you think of other people that do not take care of their parents and leave their parents in a hospital alone? How do you judge them?
I think a big part of me understands. A big part of me doesn't judge them, but I do question how they are able to do that. Like what how they see themselves and how they are within themselves, that they can separate from that relationship or that bill.
Are
Like,
you, let us ask this, are you judging them as how could you, or you are admiring them for creating their boundaries?
yes,
In what way you are connecting with them?
it's more the second.
Okay.
Second.
So you are looking at them, studying them,
Yes.
because then you can tell that that is a soul journey. Because now your soul is investigating. This is the problem that I have, and this is how others are dealing with. And you are curious, and you, even if you feel trapped right now, you are investigating. And probably the theme in your life is loving others, being of service, and having boundaries and honoring yourself. You are watching others having boundaries and honoring themselves. You are observing, you are studying them. So you are, as a soul, investigating that theme. And your situation with your mother or with your father or with any person that is asking for your care is creating scenarios for your soul to explore that journey.
Okay. That makes sense.
And it is something that you have to figure out. It's something that you're going to grow through this experience. So in a way, your soul is doing research, looking at how others are navigating. But notice, this is important, notice how you are shifting little by little with tiny drops of information and awareness, how you are shifting little by little. And notice how you are changing your relationship with your mother little by little.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you understand that you are shifting yourself, that you are understanding more about your own journey, and that because you're understanding more about your own journey, you are shifting your relationship with your mother, and that relationship is always bringing you themes for you to explore relating to caring for others but having boundaries, and you see how things are moving and evolving, then you will feel joy as you go through this journey because you'll see the growth. Does this make any sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. And I do see that already in my life. Thank you.
Can you connect at this moment with the joy, understanding that you are living at this moment, going through the experiences that your soul planned for you, and that you are progressing and evolving and growing? When you understand this, how is your heart? How is your heart right now?
Light.
So now in this sphere of, in this cocoon of light, how you think of your mom and the situations that your mom brings to you.
I am seeing her as an individual separate from me.
Okay, but what is your loving connection with your mom now when you see that it's your mom, the one that is bringing you opportunities for all this transformation that is happening in your life? Think and give us an idea of how is your loving connection with your mom right now.
I'm seeing us as separate but partnered in what we're doing. But there's also like you're talking about, that joy and adventure.
Yes. Are you connecting with that emotion? Because this is not a feeling, this is an emotion because your body is vibrating.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. And have been connecting here and there with that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
can you understand the shift? And if you stay more and more in this cocoon of joy that you are experiencing right now, and love, because this is love towards your mom for all the things that your mom is putting you through, because it's through those situations that you are growing and you are aligning and giving information to your soul for expansion. So when you are in this loving light, maybe you can start extending this emotion for longer period of time to the point that it becomes permanent. And then when you are in this space, interacting with your mom will become much lighter. Actually, you can start in a way shaking and laughing at everything that your mom throw your way.
Okay.
It is possible.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is this helpful? Do you have any other question?
No, that was extremely helpful. Thank you so much.
With love. We want to share that mother or father connection with the kid based on how you have structured your space, your laws, your agreements, is one of the best fields to experience soul growth. That doesn't mean that you have to be fixed in this agreement. If you decide to change the agreements and live these relationships in a lighter or different way, the soul, before entering this space, will create other fields for you to navigate growth. But because these are the rules that you have right now, the soul says, oh, I'm going to explore growth, based on those rules in this specific way. So relationship with the mother, relationship with your father creates a perfect field, a perfect space for you to discover yourself in any specific way that your soul wants to navigate self-knowledge, connecting with itself, and growth. But if you decide to change the agreements, soul will find other ways. So you are free to change the agreements. You are free to, at this moment, say no to that relationship. Say no to that bill. I will not pay for this because I do not owe you anything. So you decide. You have that freedom to decide. Now, your soul prepared this journey based on the agreements that you have. If you decide now to say no to your mom, or no to your dad, or no to your grandparents, your soul will find another relationship that can in a way put you through that lesson. The idea is to experience what you have to experience, to understand something about yourself, and to grow and explore something about yourself. Right now, in the way that society is, mom and dad, siblings, family creates a perfect opportunity. But you are always, always free to walk away from any relationship. Just remembering that if the wound is not healed, if the lesson is not learned, somehow you will have to manifest that experience in another area of your life. Your soul can adjust to who is interacting with to create the experience, but your soul really cares about you going through that experience. Now, how you move faster from the experience to release that need? Going deeper into it, taking all the lessons, going through all the tests, trying to not avoid anything or not delay anything. So that way you accelerate the learning process, and then you can release the need for that tension in your life. If you would like, with your inner voice, think and say, I am that I am. And I am at peace with everything that it is right now. And I am at peace with all my relationships right now. Understanding that relationships brings conflicts, and conflicts are opportunities for growth. And I accept the conflicts. Therefore, I accept the relationship. Therefore, I accept you. Because I'm growing. Because we are growing. We are co-creating within the space of love. No matter how much conflict we are going through, we are in a loving space, loving each other, learning and growing together. I am that I am. I can see it now. And I love you. I am that I am. And I am love. I am that I am. And I created around me a space of love. Because love is all it is. I am that I am. If I am interacting with you, we will interact within my space of love. And within my space of love, I make decisions based on love. Loving you and loving me. And I ask for the divine to pour more love and more light into this space, so I can make decisions and connect with you in the space of love, in the space of loving wisdom, in the space of loving light, growing as a soul, co-creating growth for you as well, but both within the space of love. I am that I am. Think this way with all your relationships, with all your struggles. Accept what it is, understanding that as you grow within the space, you have options, you shift yourself, you grow, and it's just experiences, it's just interactions. Love never changes. And you'll see the interactions shifting when you understand that you are connected to everyone through love, and that you live with everyone in a space of love. And when you remember that you are love, and when you remember that love is all that it is. Deep breath in. Exhale. And when you feel ready, open your eyes.